Mierda, no funcionó nada de
I'm
eso.
disappointed. Brace yourself.
Mira cómo esquiva las balas, qué coño madre. ¡Aquí es! ¡Mierda! ¡Está un tirito! La Patriot. What? El arma de The Boss. Smoking. Camuflaje DPM más Auscam. Camuflaje especiales.
The wig ready to take off.
Right.
Llegó el momento.
I'll leave you two alone. But come back in one piece, okay?
No dice volver sanos y salvos. Lo dice en singular. Come back in one piece. Vuelve en una pieza. La traducción está bastante mala en este juego, la verdad. Muchos detalles que he notado que parecen mínimos, pero cambian bastante el significado. Mierda, ¿y eso? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué va a pasar?
Life's end. Isn't it beautiful?
Ella acaba de disparar un misil
It's almost
nuclear.
tragic. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their way to die. I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss. Why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to fight amongst themselves.
Ok, luego de la Segunda
and
Guerra
the world
Mundial,
was torn
los
apart.
filósofos empezaron a luchar entre sí.
The Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside me, were torn apart as well.
Los
The
cobras se
foibles of
deshicieron.
politics and the march of time can turn friends into enemies just as easily
Sí.
as the wind changes.
Mira cómo estamos nosotros matando a nuestra mentora por culpa de la política y esas cosas.
Yesterday's ally becomes today's opposition. And this Cold War? Think back. When I was leading the Cobras, America and Russia were fighting together. Now, consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century.
Luchaban juntos, dijo,
Somehow I
y ahora
doubt.
son enemigos.
Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages, and we soldiers are forced to play along. I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then what is an enemy? Is there such a thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been.
Depende del contexto,
And
¿no?
the
Lo que
reason is that
conocemos
our
como un
enemies
enemigo.
are human beings like us. They can only be our enemies in relative terms.
Claro, incluso la frase, el enemigo de mi enemigo es mi amigo, ¿no? Le da otro
The
matiz.
philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose.
O sea, ella
And
está
with the Colonel's
sacrificando la
money, I
vida
will achieve that end. Just
para
as I
unir el
once
mundo de
created the
nuevo,
Cobras.
según ella dijo.
They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family.
O sea, ella es infértil. Dijo que no puede tener hijos.
It was November 1st, 1951. I was in the Nevada desert participating in atomic testing. The name Nevada is derived from Spanish. Covered in snow, white as snow.
Ujú.
And
Nevada
snow
hicieron
is
pruebas.
exactly what I saw in that Nevada desert. It froze my blood white. Snake, you were an atomic test subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll.
Igual que Snake también fue
That's
víctima de
part
una
of the
prueba de...
reason I was drawn to you. You and I are alike. We're both slowly being eaten away by the karma of others.
Ambos estuvieron en una prueba
We'll
nuclear.
never have the chance to die peacefully of old age. We have no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future. In 1960, I saw a vision of the ideal future from space. 3 years earlier, the Soviet Union had succeeded in launching Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit. This came as a huge shock to the United States. In response, America threw everything it had into its own manned spaceflight project, the Mercury program.
Ujú.
Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets.
Los rusos estaban un paso adelante en la carrera espacial.
The government wanted human data. So they secretly decided to send a human being into space. I was the one they chose.
Mierda, mira. Estados Unidos mandó a De Vos al espacio.
At the time, they didn't
Como
have
un
the
conejillo de
technology to
indias.
block out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation.
Ella
That's
estuvo
why they chose me.
expuesta a mucha
After all,
radiación.
I'd already been irradiated once.
Y ella ya había estado por lo de la cosa nuclear en la que estuvo en Nevada.
I could see the planet as it appeared from space. That's when it finally hit me.
Que De Vos
Space
estuvo.
exploration is nothing but another game in the power struggle between the US and the USSR. Politics, economics, the arms race, they're all just arenas for meaningless competition.
Tuvo
I'm sure you can see that.
un gran
But
análisis
the
en el
Earth
espacio.
itself has no boundaries. No
Exacto.
East, no West,
La Tierra es
no Cold War.
una pelota flotando y ya. Eso
And
lo
the
hicimos
irony of
nosotros
it is,
mismos. Los...
The United States and the Soviet Union are spending billions on their space programs and the missile race,
Por
only
competir.
to arrive at the same conclusion. In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth.
Mira qué profundo.
A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see. But reality continued to betray me.
La realidad no se concuerda con su
In
utopía, ¿no?
1961,
Con
I
su
was sent to
forma
Cuba.
ideal.
To Bahía de Cochinos.
La bahía de los cochinos.
It was part of a CIA-sponsored invasion under the guise of taking Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president held back their air support. Defenseless, the exiles were annihilated by the Cuban army. All I could do was watch in silence. I was set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much for, by the very government I dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground. Then, 2 years ago, I faced the sorrow, my old comrade in battle.
Parece que eso que sucedió en Cuba, ella
He was my
lo
friend.
sintió como una gran traición. Y ese día algo
But one
cambió
of
dentro
us
de
had to
ella.
die.
Hace 2 años ella se tuvo que enfrentar a The Sorrow, que era su
The
pareja,
sorrow gave his life for me.
se amaban,
There
supongo.
is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die. That was the mission.
Como la que estamos
The
ahorita,
ones who gave me that mission were the philosophers.
los filósofos, los que tienen esa bola de
Early in
plata.
the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together in a secret meeting
Ok, los
later known
filósofos.
as the Wise Men's Committee. The secret pact they formed there marked the beginning of the philosophers.
O sea, la gente más tocha, pesada y con poder de China, Rusia y Estados Unidos se unieron.
After
Formaron los
that, the
filósofos.
organization began to run out of control, and the Wise Men's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self.
Ok, eso se
The
degeneró.
philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate. The sacrifices of war cause a shift in the times. This shift leads to renewed conflict, and in turn triggers the next war. Like a nuclear chain reaction, each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity. Do you understand what I'm saying, Snake? By consuming me and you, the philosophers intend to keep that cycle going forever. It was my father who explained all of this to me.
El padre de DeVos es un filósofo.
He was one of them.
Coño, mira.
You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers.
Y es el último descendiente de los filósofos con vida.
But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization.
Su papá ya murió.
And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy. We'd been given a top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V-2 rocket installations. I was
Cobras y
pregnant at the
DeVos.
time. The sorrow was the father.
Coño.
I gave birth on the field of battle. A beautiful baby boy. But my child was snatched away from me by the philosophers.
¿Quién será el hijo? Mierda, qué lore.
Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother. I gave up my body and my child for my
Dio
country.
toda su vida por el país.
There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred, not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside me, slithering through my body like a snake.
Wow. Estamos viendo a Vos como una humana por primera
I've
vez.
never talked this much about myself before.
Justo lo que acabo de decir.
Thanks. Thanks for listening to me. I feel content. Snake,
Juro.
commence the operation. I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live.
Como ella y de
No
Zorro.
victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle.
Sí, porque va a ser el pez más gordo y...
I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty.
¡Qué barbaridad! ¡Qué rápida es la con mi madre! Nos mató. ¿Qué podemos hacer, vale?
There he is.
Ahí habían balas. Siempre digo eso, no vamos a poder matarla de manera no letal. ¿Qué haces vos? ¿Qué haces? What the fuck? No me asustes. Toma. La misión es matarla, no dormirla.
Get ready.
Mierda, no funcionó nada de
I'm
eso.
disappointed.
Me desarmó el arma. La reventé. La reventé con eso.
I found you. Brace yourself.
Mira cómo esquiva las balas. ¿Qué coño madre? No.
Pathetic.
¿Será que un RPG?
You've got me. Brace yourself.
Vamos para atrás, vamos para atrás. Vamos a comer esto. Tiene que ser no letal, muchachos. Letal está al revés, perdón. El no letal está muy difícil. Ok, no tenemos provida.
Get ready.
Ay, ahí viene. ¡Oh! ¡Qué hecho!
Brace yourself.
¡Joda! ¡Buah! La reventamos.
Let's see what you're made of.
Uf. Cover, cover.
Time to play rough.
Spam, 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 spam. Coño.
Heads up, Snake. It's no use. Dodge this.
No, 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 no. Coño. No podemos evitarlo.
I'm disappointed.
No se le acaban las balas nunca.
Get ready.
Estamos a nada. Nos va a joder. No, la tenemos.
Here
No.
I come.
Aquí es. Mierda, está un tirito. Vamos, vamos, no joda, ganamos el enfrentamiento de tiro a tiro. ¡Qué locura! The Patriot. Oh, dije nada, estamos a un tiro, el que lo pegue primero gana, no joda, con 2 bolas. 2 veces, muchachos. El fucking legado.
Keep it safe.
Verga, derrotar a The Boss no se siente como una victoria.
It's our only hope.
El arma legendaria de The Boss.
Patriot.
¿Se llama esa arma?
Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake,
Snake.
you're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss and one snake.
Qué fuerte. ¿Qué significó ese sonidito? Ah, que yo lo tengo que hacer. ¿O no? Lo hice. Mierda. Mira cómo todo el campo de flores se mancha de rojo por la sangre. Bueno, en simbología la sangre. El caballo. El caballito sabe que murió. Su cicatriz se transformó en una serpiente blanca y se fue. Verga. No hay victoria ni derrota, simplemente es la guerra, pues. Uno vive, otro no. Qué fuerte. Escena legendaria, muchachos. Escena legendaria de la historia de los videojuegos. Entonces, según lo que nos dijeron,
Ready to go, Snake?
The Boss y Snake son estériles. ¿Entendí? Porque ambos estuvieron expuestos a radiación en pruebas diferentes de...
Snake?
Yeah.
Se volvió blanca. ¿Qué querrá simbolizar eso, no? Tal vez significa que esté donde está con, no sé, feliz, de zorro, está con él, con su cobra, con la Cobra Unit. Verga. Todavía se vienen los trozos más, pero más
Told you
interesantes.
you could trust me.
O sea, Snake tiene el legado de los filósofos en su mano. Tú sabes quién es este, ¿no? De esto sí me acuerdo. 10 años han pasado y no se me olvida.
Snake!
Sí, señor, Ocelot.
Ocelot.
Ocelot, deja la ladilla. Y pues está jodiendo. Joda.
Too heavy.
Coño, tenemos una turbina dañada. Qué película, este juego es una película.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Está recordando a The Boss. No, en CQC nos comemos a este tipo.
Not good.
La única mejor que nosotros es The Boss. Vamos, Eva, tú eres la piloto. ¡Ah! Verga. Tipo tiene sus movimientos, ¿no? Parece que no, pero sí. Creo que le dio en el ojo y se rió porque como que no tengo ojo. ¿Algo así?
I picked up a few new moves.
Me doy cuenta. No me vas a hacer otra ruleta rusa, si ya soy
Doesn't
loco.
feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it.
Eva nos va a dar la pistola. Ambos tienen una bala en la recámara, me parece. Y tuvieron la suerte de que
What do you
las...
say to one last showdown?
¿O no? Ya, quiero ver.
Yeah, all right.
Hay una bala. O sea, ambas estaban vacías. Meg también tiene sus truquitos con el revólver. ¿Qué te ibas a esperar, pues? Como Naked Snake. ¿Cuál será, coño? Ya la perdí de vista. Bueno, ahí pudo haber pasado lo que sea. Estoy concentrado mirando. Esto es lo que se llama dejarle a la suerte.
What's your name?
Snake.
No, not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska.
Me acabo de enterar después de años jugando a Metal Gear que él se llama Adamska. ¿Él no se llama Jack?
John.
Ah, se llama John Doe, ¿no? Algo así también.
Plain name. But I won't forget it.
Adamska, dijo.
Come on!
¿Cuál elijo? Izquierda. Habré elegido bien, coño. Era un 50-50 porque no vi bien la... Van a voltear así, todo el cargador lo van a vaciar. Me mató. No lo maté, ¿verdad? Porque yo le apunté a la cabeza.
It's a blank.
Tenía chaleco. Pero yo le apunté a la cabeza, qué falso.
That was fun. Till we meet again, John.
No, huevona, es loco. Este tipo está loco de la cabeza. Se lanzó al agua así. Ni siquiera era agua, vamos a dar agua. Coño. Vaya final. Qué raro escuchar a Snake reírse. Creo que es la única vez que lo escuchas reírse.
We sure did.
¿Qué más te queda cuando casi mueres como 10 veces seguidas? El caballito. Oh.
Oh no, Migs!
Ay, lo que nos faltaba.
There's no way out. What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now.
Eso es cierto, Snake. Mira, hasta más parecen mosquitos al lado de ese...
Gotten armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them.
¿Qué vamos a hacer?
They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
¿Aceptaron el destino o qué?
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Bulk 19, do you copy? Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Khrushchev, el presidente de Rusia, dio la orden.
The Migs are turning back. Woo!
Claro, porque Eva es de ellos. Eso significa que esa gente no era del GRU. Verga, Major Tom, ¿qué quieres? Jodiendo, vale.
Well done, Snake.
The MiG's disengaged.
most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he
Bueno,
just
para él
wanted
no le
us
importa
to
si
vote.
moríamos, se supone, porque ya
The
matamos
thing
a
is,
Devos, hicimos
you
todo.
made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep
Vamos a ir a Alaska. Se supone que nos están esperando, ¿no? Creo que ya sé por qué Khrushchev dijo que no nos mataran. Creo que sé la razón. No lo voy a contar porque quiero que se explique solo. Pero no estoy 100% seguro, así que vamos a ver. Bueno, aquí tenemos a Snake celebrando ya como mierda.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
Ustedes saben qué toca ahora, ¿no?
And I still owe you a dinner.
Esto es más que obvio lo que toca.
Is that part of your mission?
Vinito, fogata... No,
Is it
ya
a-
está.
Or
Curiosa pregunta la que hace, porque... Yo me voy a callar la boca. Vamos a dejar que todo suceda por su propia cuenta. Modo cine activado.
I don't take orders from anyone now.
Pues de casi morir. Epa, Baser, sí, tápate los ojos. Llegamos al final, llegaste al final del juego. ¿Quién llama? ¿Quién llama, por favor? Quítate la vaina y bótala. No, después de todo lo que ha vivido Snake, se lo ganó. Se lo merece. Mira, justo lo que dije. Qué detallazo. Pero ojo que esto parece, pero no es lo que parece. O tal vez mitad mitad, vamos a ver. No, no lo digo por eso, lo digo porque hay una trama detrás. Si no me equivoco.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
Ahí está. Le dejó la nota, ¿ves? Le dejó una grabación. La manzana, no, hay mucha simbología. Mucha, mucha, mucha. Y lo que está contando de la historia de, bueno, de lo de Adán y Eva y la serpiente, es como que tiene toda una relación simbólica.
Good morning, Snake.
Aquí se explica todo.
I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
O sea, ella se deshizo de Adam, que era realmente quien iba a ir a ayudar a Snake por parte de Khrushchev. Entonces, o sea, ella trabajaba para China.
The philosophers still exist in China too. You see,
Enviada por los
my
filósofos.
mission was to find out where Volgan was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The two NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place,
¿Por qué?
saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him.
Ok, claro, lo hubiese tenido que matar.
Pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgan, you all believed me.
Ella trabajaba para China.
The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China.
Ujú. ¿Eso lo
We
sabemos?
couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too.
Claro, vos nos dijo
I
que
had
China
to
tenía que ver con
protect
eso.
the legacy. And also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod.
Se quedó todo el
5
botín
years ago, the
en su
Soviet
mano.
Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind.
Ok.
With this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help.
Mierda. Utilizó a Snake todo
I
este
too am
tiempo.
one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility.
Americano, soviético, chino.
This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American.
No es americana de nacimiento,
When you and Volgan couldn't tell the difference.
porque fue criada, o sea, fue entrenada para eso, desde niña.
From the beginning.
Vos sí se dio cuenta, claro, que vos es.
Before, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an
Claro, porque su papá era
The boss was the only one I couldn't fool.
uno de los filósofos, el papá de vos.
Fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it.
Ujú. Y así es, uso y desecho, de eso trata Metal Gear, de esa historia de cómo los soldados
She wanted you to know the truth.
se sienten traicionados por su patria y sus comandantes. Ok, vos le perdonó la vida porque quería que tú,
I've
Naked
lied
Snake,
so
supieras
many
la verdad.
times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy
Obtener el legado,
and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened.
excepto
In other
Snake.
words, I'm supposed to kill you.
Claro, pero por respeto de vos no lo hizo. Ah, Snake pudo haber muerto. Era su misión que Snake muriera.
But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other.
Por respeto a
Not
vos.
because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss.
Ujú.
And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know.
Gracias a de vos
And
por perdonarle la vida a ella.
to live.
Ella es una de los filósofos. Y el nega rechísimo ahí con su traje de neopreno, fumándose un puro después de su misión, diciendo
Snake.
It is what it is.
She didn't betray the United States.
Ok, esto es importantísimo.
No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country.
Que DeVos no traicionó a
She carried
América.
out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen.
Ella hizo la misión sabiendo que iba a morir.
Self-sacrifice.
Se sacrificó por el país.
That was her duty.
Hizo todo lo contrario a traicionar. Pero a ver, explícanos. Bueno, ahí está Snake siendo conmemorado, pero él no está contento con eso que pasó. O sea, tuvo que matar a DeVos y se enteró ya de toda la verdad. Todo esto que estamos escuchando, él ya lo escuchó. Él sabe toda la verdad ya y él no está feliz porque dice esto.
You are above even the boss.
Él no se siente feliz con eso.
I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
Big Boss. Oficialmente, ahora se llama Big Boss.
You are a true patriot.
Tiene los ojos aguados. Sigint, Major Zero. Paramedic. Sostienen un lore, ¿ok? ¿Este viejito quién es?
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show.
Todo era un truco.
They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgan inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgan's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgan fired an American-made nuclear warhead.
Eso fue lo que jodió todo, la pieza clave de por qué la historia se dio como se dio.
Provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised.
Qué trama tan perfecta.
Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job.
Ahí entra Snake.
The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple.
Mira la situación que lo pusieron a vivir.
The government wanted it. That was the mission she was given. And she had no choice but to carry it out.
Todo por los intereses del gobierno de Estados Unidos.
Was a duty she
Situación traumática, chicos. Básicamente un hijo matando a una madre.
out of duty she turned her back on her own comrades.
Le dio la espalda a todos, a los Cobra,
The taint of disgrace will follow her to
y murió como una traidora a los ojos del público, pero en realidad fue
future generations will revile her.
el acto más desprendido de patriotismo puro. Ujú.
And in Russia as a monster who
Como un
unleashed
monstruo responsable de la catástrofe nuclear. Y en Estados Unidos como una traidora.
known in official history as a war criminal.
Oficialmente será una criminal de guerra.
And no one will ever understand her.
Todos la van a despreciar, a escupir, decir esta traidora, coño de su madre.
Was her final mission.
Y esa era su misión, quedar
And
así.
like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end.
Pero solo
I think
nosotros,
she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth.
ella quería que Snake supiera la verdad. Y le perdonó la vida a Eva para que ella le dijera a Snake
in
la
your
verdad.
memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman.